Welcome to another Telltale Books video. I'm Greg. I'm going to continue my Hugo Award coverage with the last of the short story finalists for this year. A short story titled Marginalia by Mary Robinette Kowal. Now, she's an author who's been around a little while. She's done quite a few works. I forget exactly how many. Don't have that in my notes here. But she has been writing since, I believe, the late 1980s or early 1990s. So here's an experienced writer, one of the very, very few getting nominated this year, which is kind of surprising. So many of the nominees have written very, very little, or at least published very little. Marginalia was published in Uncanny Magazine in the January-February 2024 issue. It is a short story. It is a fantasy story. And in it you have giant snails destroying villages. And there is a champion who's supposed to go out and save the village fighting the snails. And this young woman, of course, she wants to get involved, and so she inadvertently does get out in the way and slays the snail. It's done in a light and humorous tone. I want to characterize this. She has written with Brandon Sanderson, and reading it, what little I have read of Sanderson, this does kind of feel like his sort of fantasy style. Overall, I enjoyed the story. I didn't see anything that I could really take issue with, except that it was kind of simple and very predictable. But for like a palate cleanser sort of thing, perfectly good. There's nothing wrong with this sort of story. Just not the kind of thing you think of when you think Hugo Award winner, not the kind of thing you think of when you think of a great story or a top tale, something that's just really predictable, really simple, enjoyable, but not especially memorable, really. Well-written story, well-crafted story. Nothing wrong with it. You would enjoy it, I think, if you like modern fantasy. So that's Marginalia. What did you think of it? If you've read it, leave your comments in the comments section of the video. I'd love to hear them whenever anybody has something to say. I'll keep it on topic of the story and the Hugo Awards. And otherwise, like I say, that is the last I'm going to talk about the Hugo Award-winning short stories. I've done all the others, of course. 4 of them were also Nebula finalists. So I talked about those under the Nebula Finest videos that I did recently. And my favorite of all the nominated short stories here is still 5 Views of the Planet Tartarus by Rachel Jones. I still think that's the one that should take the award. So next, moving on to novelettes. There again, there are 4 of them that I've already covered. 2 of them because they're Hugo Award finalists. The Brotherhood of Montague Street Video and Loneliness Universe, which so far is my front runner for novelette. I've read Signs of Life by Sarah Pinsker. I will be posting a video review of that one. I read Four Sisters Overlooking the Sea in my coverage of the issue of Asimov's that was in. I was not thrilled with that story. So that's definitely not my favorite for the novelette Hugo Award. So the only other two that I still need to read are Lake of Souls by Ann Leckie and By Salt, by Sea, by Light of Stars by Premi Mohammed. I have both of those. As soon as I can get to them, I'm going to read them and do videos about them. So come on back for more. There'll be more coverage of the Hugo and Nebulas. I would like to get to the novellas and novels. I do have some of them already, but I haven't had time to read any of them yet. So come on back for more Hugo Awards and more other